to the Kaleidoscope. I am excited to be back for our third episode of the Kaleidoscope, and today I have CJ Sims with us. First, before I get started, I just want to say thank you for being here.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank you for being here. So, first, before we get started, tell me who you are and why you believe that you're here today.
Okay, so perfect. I'm CJ Sims. I am probably a jack of many trades, but one of my specialties and one that I truly believe is almost a ministry for me is helping people with their career development strategy. I'm not that person who's going to be writing resumes for you every day. I'm not that one. But
so we can't send you a cover letter?
Girl, send me a cover letter, send me a resume. You ain't going to hear from me. But I love understanding where you're trying to go, and then I help you work backwards to understand what steps you need to take to reach that goal. That is my specialty. So I think I'm here today so you and I can talk about it.
Yes.
Because right now I think, this is a moment where the climate has been so different from any other times in the market. I know it was bad at COVID. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people lost jobs. But this one is different because everyone was getting laid off at the same time. Federal government employees, tech, finance, healthcare, it was all happening around the same time. And so I have been coaching individuals who have been impacted by these choices. And hopefully I'm giving them hope that, hey, I've been laid off 3 times. It don't mean it's the end.
Oh, no, it's the beginning.
Yes.
It's the beginning. It's the beginning.
You get a chance to reinvent yourself.
Exactly. I'm going to start with this question because a young lady just told me this today, and then I'm going to segue into the other one. She said to me, if you do what you're doing, which is what you enjoyed when you were a kid, is pretty much the career that you should choose as an adult. Do you think there's any truth to that?
Sure, I don't know, girl. I wanted to be a secretary when I was growing up. And the way we travel, nothing against secretaries.
Right.
But that I would not be where I am today if I followed that.
Yeah.
And I think, to be honest, I'm going to take her question and think about it. But, I love to create. And when I mean create, I love playing with colors and markers. And so that love helped me bond with my nieces and nephews. I was always that auntie on the floor coloring and drawing stuff. So I think that when you look at my career, I majored in IT. I was a software engineer, software development manager. But the thing that I always got accomplishments for or acknowledgement was something I created. Had nothing to do with technology. My first creation, this is when I knew I was on to something. My first creation at IBM was when we had to do our mid-year reviews. And I asked the director, I said, hey, what forms do we use? What structure? And they were like, you just talk to them about their job. I said, what? What are you talking about?
So there's no rubric?
There's no rubric. There's nothing I can check off. I'm an engineer. I need to measure something, right? And so I struggled with that the first year. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to create something. I created something, and I met with my director. I said, this is what I'd like to use next year because I think we would get more out of it if people could rate themselves and then I could rate them. Now we can have a discussion. We can talk about where
there's a gap.
There you go. Magic word. Where is there a gap? And so we were able to implement it, and girl, the people loved it. The people that reported to me said, CJ, this was the best mid-year review I've ever had.
See?
So in answering her question, she may have something there, but it may not be black or white.
Correct.
It may be kind of on the gray side.
It may be a deviation, but it comes back to it.
There you go.
And I'm glad you said that because that was the same thing. I had a lot of different careers. I changed my career about 6 times before I graduated from college. But it still comes back to the same thing. I don't know if you had this when you were growing up, but we used to take these aptitude tests.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And they used to say, well, this is what you're going to do when you get older. This is where your skill set is. And mine always came back with social services or health and human services in that framework. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I'm always a person with the joke, right? I told my dad, I want to be like you because you have a big office, right? You have this big office and this big desk, and I want to be like my dad.
Yeah.
And he was a social worker.
Right.
And so I went to his office and I was like, okay, I got to pick a field for school. I'm going to go into social work. I said, how much money do you make? He's like, 14,000. I said, no, how much money do you make like a year? Like, he's like 14,000. I said, oh, I don't want to do that. That was not the career for me because I was equated to the money. And I was like, oh no. But here's the thing, you taking care of me, so it couldn't have been too bad.
Too bad. But listening to you, though, you still took that element of helping people.
Exactly.
Just in HR.
Exactly.
And learning and development.
Exactly. And that's my point.
Yes.
So to your point, capitalizing on that is although we didn't do that thing, if you will, or that career, I still manifested what works well and what do you want to do because I started out in healthcare and I started out in insurance and then I did it on the employee benefit side, right? And so then you migrate over to training and development or learning and development and then you're in HR. People's like, how did you do that? I was like, I just had to figure out a way to marry it all together. And then you, voila, here we are. So there is some truth to your point of what she said. It just doesn't necessarily look that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
and
now,
you still get to the same result of where you're supposed to be, right?
Right. Well, and it goes back to, I don't know what your coaches and mentors told you, but they always told me, follow what you love to do and the money will come.
And that is so true. I tell my clients the same thing.
Same thing.
I mean, and sometimes you have to sacrifice. And you may struggle a little bit while you're in that little uncomfortable area. But as time progresses and you stay focused and you work your strategy, the money will come.
Excellent. So that's a good segue to the next question.
All right, get it.
You're the one who taught me, and I'm giving you credit. So coin this. What is the difference between a mentor, a coach, and a sponsor?
Well, it's
from a career development perspective.
Yeah, it'll depend on what area you're in because a coach and a sponsor could be the same thing. It just depends.
Okay.
A mentor and a coach could be the same thing.
Okay.
But if we did a fine line, a mentor is usually that individual that is going to be giving you insight on day-to-day tactical things to do. Sponsor is going to drive you to be a visionary. And they will go to bat for you in places that you can't go.
Right.
That's a lot of times.
Yeah.
I focused on coactive coaching. So coactive coaching is where my foundation is when I coach. Okay. So when I say that, I'm telling you early. When I give you something, you're going to have homework and you got to go move.
Right.
I'm not that coach that's going to say, well, let's feel around and see how things go. No, I'm definitely working with you to build a strategy that you're going to put into action.
Right.
And then we're going to measure the results.
Right.
So I say all of that to come back to it could be all three. Or they could be different individuals. It just depends on what that individual is committing to do for you, right? Your coach could even give you references and speak on your behalf. But a sponsor, that's usually where they are so strong. Advocate. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They're talking in meetings that C-suite meetings that you haven't even had a chance to meet some of the individuals, right?
Exactly.
So I think that, people are probably laughing at us right now and say, okay, but if I get laid off, what does it matter? It does matter.
It does.
You can still have a sponsor.
Exactly.
Hey, I've heard people get laid off and rehire at the same company. So
it's possible.
Yeah, anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? So I think that depending on where you are in life is really going to help you determine what do I need right now.
And your mindset, right? Yeah. Do you have that mindset to say that, using your example of getting laid off, if I've gotten laid off, it's not the end of the world. It's a new beginning, right? New beginning. It's that new beginning. And how do I reinvent myself? How do I rebrand myself?
Yes.
First of all, what is a personal brand?
Yes.
I don't even know. If I've been working for the same organization for 20, 25 years and I've started very young and now I'm faced with this initiated retirement or involuntary retirement,
That's
right?
True.
how do I even know what a brand is? What is that?
Right. Well, I think when you talk about branding, we sometimes will acquire one because, like you said, I've been working at GM for 20 years. I'm a GMer. You claim what feels comfortable, right? And then when you're no longer there, that's where the questions come on who am I?
Yeah.
And how do I introduce myself? How do I show up?
Yes.
And then you start answering those questions, you will find out where do I need to start to rebrand myself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's why I tell the story to people all the time. I've been laid off 3 times. I've been an engineer. I've been a software development manager. I've been a talent acquisition manager. I've been a learning development manager. Honey, I'm rolling cigars now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've owned multiple businesses. And so when you start looking at what's your core, well, my core is to help people not feel stuck.
Yeah.
No matter what the industry is.
Yeah.
I'm not bound by a title. I'm more, focused on who I am as a person and how I show up.
And so I'm going to put this plug in here because this stuff is near and dear to my heart. Is it takes us having confidence.
Yes.
And it takes us not subscribing to the fear.
Yes.
Right? And the narrative that somebody else has created for you.
True.
What is your own narrative?
True.
And what are you committed to doing? And I know we both mentor people all day long, every day. Yeah. And I'm talking to my mentees, where's your confidence? How are you showing up for you? Not for the organization as much, but for yourself.
Exactly. And I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people who go through layoff, that's the first thing that's impacted. I can't believe you let me go.
Right.
What did I do wrong? You just start having all this self-doubt. And then you just start questioning, am I good at, what am I good at? The world is so different now. I've been at the same job for 10 years. I don't know how to use AI to edit my resume. It's all these stories in your head.
That negative narrative.
Right. And so that's where mentor, coach, sponsor, somebody, family member, stand up and say, look, let's get it together.
Yes.
Maybe this is an opportunity for you to show the world you have something else to bring. And yourself.
And yourself.
I tell people the best thing to do when you get laid off, go on vacation.
That part.
Go on vacation.
That part.
Clear your mind, detox.
Yep.
Think about where
recalibrate.
That's right. Recalibrate. Where you want to be in 5 years.
Exactly. And even where do you want to be 6 months from now? What does that look like? You know, those short range goals versus mid range versus long range goals.
So true.
And here's the thing. You get to be the author of your story.
Yes.
Somebody else you've allowed, and this is my truth, when you've had that identity attached to a job or a title, let's just call it what it is.
Right.
When you have to create that identity aside from that, like you said, what is it? Who is Sherelle without X?
Yeah. I had a client, Sherelle, first time meeting, and I said, girlfriend, tell me what's on your mind. She said, CJ, the most thing I'm concerned about is how do I introduce myself now that I no longer am at Expedia? That was a concern. And I said, well, this is our first meeting. Introduce yourself to me. And she said, well, I can't say her name. So-and-so. And that's it. That's all I got. I said, that's enough. That's enough.
Because you're enough.
Yeah. I said, you're enough. I said, you don't have to tell me you were a senior manager or director. I said, just you telling me your name is enough.
Yeah.
And she
I love to travel. I love pottery. Knitting is my joy.
Exactly. So I asked, I said, what do you do for fun? So I started asking her questions about her.
Yes.
Tell me about your family. Tell me what you like about Austin. Tell me your favorite color. And she was like, no one has asked me those questions in years. And I said, well, hey, we're going to have a process.
And we don't condition ourselves to ask ourselves those questions.
That's right. And so I said, I want you to start asking yourself these 3 questions. I gave her the 3 questions. So the next meeting we had, totally different person. She was like, what's up, girlfriend? I said, hey.
Confidence.
Yes, that's what it was. And she said, let me tell you what I've been doing since I have all this time. Girl, I done cleaned out closets. I met with some friends for lunch. I said, beautiful. I said, beautiful. I said, so now we're ready to update the resume.
Yes.
But first, I had to get her ready.
Yep.
To understand that this is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
You can introduce yourself with just your first name.
Exactly. The other thing is, which this is my mentor has told me this, if you're in a space, right, and you're not happy, you're dissatisfied, you're disenchanted, and you go looking for a job, it comes out in your interview anyway. And so so I'm asking you to step back, right? I'm asking you to rejuvenate, recalibrate, reprogram, whatever you want to use.
Reboot.
Right, reboot, whatever. But do not go into that interview process because I promise you it's coming out. Right? The frustration, the disappointment, the fears, the doubts, the negative narratives, all of that stuff comes out. So you don't show up as a best version of yourself anyway.
No, you don't. You don't.
Yes.
You know, I've interviewed, I know, probably hundreds of thousands of people. And I could always tell when something was going on in their life. Where they just recently got laid off, they're about to get laid off, or going through a divorce. I never knew exactly.
But you can tell the body language.
And so it's been more than 10 times. I just said, would you like to stop the interview? And they're like, no, we can keep going. I said, no. I said, I can see that something is going on with you. And I'm fine with taking a 5-minute break if you like to do that. So you're absolutely right. Your mentor is on point.
Yeah.
You know, you'll tell yourself, I'm fine, I'm good. I got this. You know, but you show up and it's still on you.
It's on your facial expression, your choice of words, your eye contact, your smile, smile. I mean, it all comes out. What do they say? Communication is 80% of body language.
That's right. That's right.
All of that.
That's right.
So now that we have talked about the branding,
yeah,
we've talked about the sponsor, a coach, a mentor. Now, if I do all of those things and I create the strategy, have you found that people that create a very realistic strategy, invested in the strategy, do you find that they are greater, that they have a greater opportunity to land the job that they are ideally looking for versus the ones that are still saying, I don't know what I want to do and still not subscribing to that strategy?
I think that they will land an opportunity that will help them maybe get the next opportunity. Because see, when you have a strategy, sometimes you're going to do some jobs you don't really like doing. But it builds your skills for that next opportunity. And if you don't have a strategy, you don't know about the next opportunity.
Right.
You're just still trying to fish to make things happen or make make sure your bills get paid, right? So a couple of things. One, with the strategy, I love when people think big.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying you want to be the CEO of IBM. We got to be a little realistic.
Right.
But you could possibly be a director or a GM depending on where you are in your career.
Right.
And then once we have this big vision, we work backwards.
Right.
And
The
say,
small
what do we
steps.
need to do? What education? Do we have a gap? Who do we need to meet that's over at IBM in this department that you want to work in? What fun things can I do to broaden my network so that I could meet people that may work at IBM or may not, but they work in that tech space that I'm interested in, right? And then believe it or not, I always tell people, go back to where you went to school. Because a lot of times you can go as an alum to the career fair. You can go to the speaker series. You pay for all that stuff anyway. Go back, take advantage.
Well, and I tell my students this all the time, and I'm going to regress for just a second. If you don't have a mentor, I'm asking you to get one yesterday. And that's why. But to your point, I also make sure that we do introductions on day one. Right? On day one, where are you working? What level of leadership are you in? Are you looking for a new opportunity? Are you newly promoted into your role? What does that look like? Because you never know who knows who.
That's right.
In the room. I used to tell my students this also is that don't discredit the person sitting next to you, because
Right.
that could be the CEO's next door neighbor.
Yep.
It can be the GM's granddaughter. You
right.
have no idea who you're sitting next to. And I think the best thing, and I'm going to probably put all my business on the street now, the best thing I love about the way I show up, I never have to tell you who I know, and I never will.
Right. No.
I will never do it.
No.
You know why? Because you don't need to know.
No. And then to me, what value is it to name drop?
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody wants to be friends with somebody because you think I know Elvis Presley.
Exactly. That
or
part.
his family. You know?
Right.
I mean, realistically, it's only beneficial when we need it, right?
Right.
And so, one, I'm glad you tell your students that, number one. Number two, we need to get into the habit of connecting with people.
Yes.
I told one of my clients this week, 80% of the people I help usually land their next role via a referral.
Yep.
We have gotten a little comfortable, maybe lazy.
Let's use
with
the L
just
word.
connecting virtually and not really nurturing relationships.
Yep.
And, you know, somebody may say, well, CJ, so you're telling me if I want to work at IBM, I need to go find an executive and become buddies with them? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is learn your field that you want to go into.
Yeah.
Understand all the job titles that you can possibly qualify for. If there's a gap, like we were talking earlier, go back to school.
Right.
Meet the people in your classroom.
Right.
Connect with people.
Yeah.
When you go to a wedding or wedding reception,
Start talking to people.
girl, they only talk to people they know.
Well,
go over and say hi to some people you don't know.
so let me stay on that topic.
Okay, let's stay on it.
Generationally.
Yes. Okay. I know. I already know where you're going.
You
with
already
this.
know where I'm going with this, right? My mentee, and she know who she is.
Yes.
I don't want to go out there and network. I don't want to meet people. And why is this person contacting me? I haven't talked to this person in 5 years. And what I said, do you not see the value?
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't. And the thing I would share for your mentee, ask her what she like to do for fun. What does she do? Does she go roller skating? Does she go shopping? Okay, let's take shopping. When you go shopping, do you ever talk to the salesperson?
All the time.
Okay, but does your mentee do? You see what I'm saying? They may have a conversation about, hey, I need this and this size.
Right.
But be curious. Be curious in the spaces you have fun.
Yes.
Then that
part.
way, guess what? Networking is easy. Now, if you make it structured, it's going to be hard for some.
Yeah.
Because you hit it on the nail, generational. I think that a lot of people see me as outgoing. I'm not really that outgoing. No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I need my downtime.
Right.
I could be on, and the next 2 weeks you don't hear me. I'm laying low because
Right.
I need to recharge, right?
Right.
And so what I've learned about myself is if I do things that I really enjoy doing, I am way more eager
Yeah.
to network. Very easy.
Yeah.
There was a friend of mine invited me to a women's meeting or whatever, and I really appreciate her inviting me. I ain't talking to nobody but her. Because that had been a long week for me. I was still detoxing and didn't realize.
Right.
So I
And
didn't
that's
talk to
fair.
anybody.
That's
right?
fair.
So when I talked to her, she said, hey, did you meet anybody at the event? I said, no. No, I really wasn't trying to do it either. So you got to know things about yourself, okay? Go to the skating rink that weekend. Girl, I met about 10 people.
Because that was your element.
There you go.
It was your
my,
element.
Really, it's my husband's element. Y'all, I just go every now and then to try to stay up with him.
Right.
But I do like it. It's music, it's upbeat, it's, you know, I even talked to some of the teenagers.
Right.
I said, how long you been skating? You know, get to know them. And they tell me about high school and their plans for graduation. So know where you feel comfortable and just maximize that.
Yeah. I like what you said. You used 2 words that I appreciate is be curious. And we probably need to change the word network.
Yes.
And maybe make it connection. Or something of that nature. Because I think it's the anxiety of
I agree.
that structured, what networking means. Like, I have to go in front of somebody and say, hi, my name is Sherelle, and tell me what your name is, and looking at the name tag. You know how they used to teach us how to do shake like, and look at the name tag,
I know.
You know, and all this stuff, and remember 3 things about them, and go back and put it on the back of their business card and all of this other stuff. It is stressful.
Yeah.
The way we were taught to do it.
Correct.
I'm not going to disagree with them. The however is now networking, in my opinion, is now recoined or coined for just connecting with people and being curious.
Yes.
You know, it can be something as trivial as, oh my God, CJ, that's a nice red jacket. I'm going to need that red jacket. Where'd you find that?
Exactly. And then it's
just conversation.
So I am 110% with you on, let's stop saying, you need to go network. Go do some networking.
Yeah.
Go connect.
Go connect.
In person, if you can.
Yeah.
If in person is not for you, go join some webinars.
Exactly.
People are always talking in the chat. Throw something out there.
Yep.
Hey, I'm in Austin, Texas. Where are you guys from? Next thing you know, you got some energy, rhythm going, right?
Exactly.
Because I like that. We're not using that word no more. We're going to take it off.
We're going to take it
our
off.
vocabulary list.
To our audience, no more networking.
No more networking. We're having creative connections.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, creative connections.
I love that.
You know, and just build from there, and don't put a limit on it. Don't come with no questions. Just let it be organic.
And that is the point. Organic, curiosity, connection.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Here's the other thing is, what are you comfortable talking about?
Yes.
Find that to come. And this is my truth. When I figured like I'm starting to interact more with the C-suite people more and more in my career, I was like, ooh, you know, what do I talk about? And you know what I found? Traveling is the best icebreaker ever. Hey, where's the last place you traveled to? You'd love to travel?
Right.
Oh, and then they start telling you about their ski trips, and they start telling you about their Alaska trips. And I'm like, oh, I've never been to Alaska. And you will, it breaks the ice. It cuts down on that anxiety.
Yeah.
And then I have better eye contact. I'm not stuttering.
Yeah.
So find a topic.
Yes.
That you can truly have conversation about. I won't go in there and talk about dogs.
Right.
I know 2 dogs, a poodle and something else. I don't know, right?
But you know, I think what you're leading on to is if you're observant. If you go into someone's office, check what they have. Do they have pictures of their kids, their spouse, their dog, their ski trip, right?
Right.
And zoom in on what you feel comfortable about.
Right. If they have a hat that says a particular sports team on it, oh, I didn't know that, you know. Find something. And I think what I'm trying to leave the audience with is just networking. Like you said, I love the word creative connection.
I do too.
I love the fact that we want to be curious. Yeah. Take these opportunities to reinvent you, even in the most uncomfortable space, because I guarantee you'll blossom more than you think you will.
Oh, most definitely. Yes.
Right.
Take the chance.
That's what life is about, right?
I tell people all the time, how many times did no kill you? Tell me.
Never.
Exactly.
Never.
So, you know, how many times did rejection kill you?
Right. I'm gonna put our business out in the street. Let's put our business out in the street. What did we do when COVID came?
Oh my gosh, we traveled. What
was everybody else saying?
Oh, y'all sure y'all want to go somewhere?
We traveled.
We were careful.
We were careful.
We had our masks. We definitely had our
distancing,
hand
sanitizer, and wipes and everything.
I think one trip we went on, I think I remember you bringing Lysol. I mean, we were prepared.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But the thing is, you know, everybody's comfort level is different, right? And during that time, I think it was right after COVID, we have the same kind of risk taker level. So we were comfortable taking the risks, where other people were like, okay, y'all gonna get COVID.
What it stretched you though too.
It did.
It stretched you because what it said is, yes, the world is shut down, there's some stuff still happening. Hey, and it's affordable to travel.
Yeah, it was.
A $7 ticket.
Oh, my
$7
gosh.
plane ticket.
We found so many discounts. But even the road trips, I mean, everything was really reasonable.
Exactly.
You're right. Yeah.
So I use that as a great example because taking risk, being curious, reinventing yourself when the world is shut down. Here's the other thing. It allowed us not to go stir crazy.
Correct. That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Because life is happening, and life is happening not on your own.
No.
You know.
That's absolutely right. And I think, I would love for your audience to know that if they want to recreate or reinvent themselves, look into how to do that on a budget.
Yes.
Every state has a workforce commission.
Yep.
Those commissions have partners that will allow you to take courses in project management or AI right now for free. Okay. University. I just learned, I think it was last week, if you're 65 or maybe 60, the state of Texas, UT, you can go to school and get another degree for free.
Oh,
so I'm already looking at law school, y'all.
Right, yes,
but
yes.
If I make it to 65.
You're going to make it. You're going to make it.
There are so many opportunities. And now with AI and all the assistance, you can find them. And so I hope that with the technology, the fear level will go down and the risk level will go up.
Yeah.
That's my hope.
And I like that because that was why I made a joke of it, because you know me, I have to have some humor in there. But that's why my dry humor, right? That's why I make mention of it, because it is a risk tolerance, right? And to your point you said earlier, if I'm laid off and I don't know how to identify myself without saying I'm Sherelle and I work for, right? Who am I? I mean, it's the same conversation as two women sitting here. Who am I besides being a wife, a mother, where is my identity, and how do you create that? And then asking yourself those hard questions. Who am I? What do I enjoy doing? What do I like doing? Do I like managing people? Do I not like managing people? Do I like maybe being a project manager where I have some autonomy and I also have some oversight and some strategy, but I also don't have people? That may be a grit, but a lot of times we don't have these real life conversations because they've been so censored, if you will. And so I'm trying to ask people, let's have a real conversation. What do you like doing? I mean, how many times have you met somebody, I went to law school and now I'm a barista?
Right. And
you looking at, why would you do that? Because I find joy over here.
Exactly. It's not about the title, right? It's about exploring who are you becoming? Who are you becoming? And sometimes it may mean you got to take a couple of classes or a whole degree plan.
Yes.
One of my clients, I'm so proud of her. She was an executive at American Express. She got laid off. And so she is now going to culinary school.
Nice.
Now, she don't want to be a chef. She don't want to be a pastry chef. What she wants to do is start writing about food and travel. So that's why she decided to go to culinary school.
Nice.
And I was like, I like your strategy.
I like it.
She loves to travel. She's a foodie. And so she and I are planning what's going to happen after she completes her culinary degree. She's just going to get an associate's at the moment.
Right.
And we're going to build up, like, how can you create a blog? How can you create your podcast talking about food at the different places? How do you find your guests? You know, all these different things.
Right.
And she is so excited. I've never seen anybody
probably
so
more excited than she's been in her career.
She's like, I don't want to talk about no job, CJ. This is what I want to talk about.
Right. But I appreciate that because, again, that was the risk.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It was conquering the fear.
That's right.
You know, and again, to the audience, if you're listening to this whole conversation, it's about who are you? Not who everybody else has told you to be or who the job has told you needed to be, but who are you and how do you show up for yourself?
Exactly. I agree. And, you know, you were saying something earlier about two women, right? You know, we go through different stages. So now majority of us are empty nesters.
Yep.
That's another thing. So now I got all this time.
Right.
What
do I do with it?
Right. And I love to encourage people. Go to the movies on a Wednesday night.
Oh, God.
When the last time you did that? You know what I'm saying?
Go out on a Tuesday night. You like, am I out on a Tuesday
night? Go out on a Tuesday night. I don't care if you just come back home at 10 o'clock. It's okay.
Right.
But just start living.
Yes.
Take a class. Take that pottery class. Take a quilt making class.
Yes.
Things that you're curious about, go pursue them.
Yes. Yes.
I truly believe that God allows us to have these stages to help us help others.
Well, also, the seasons are also supposed to manifest your purpose.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And if you stay stuck, you will never fulfill your purpose. And so when people say, well, what is your purpose? A lot of people draw a blank because they still don't know.
Correct. That's true.
That, to your point about a homework assignment, your homework assignment to our guests is, what is your purpose, right?
What is your purpose?
What is your purpose? And is that your purpose?
Yeah.
You know, not what our parents told us, not what our school teachers told us, not what our kids think we should be. What is your purpose? And are you fulfilling that purpose, right? Yeah. And not only are you fulfilling the purpose, are you, if you're not, are you ready to get started?
Right. I say, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I mean, you have one life. That's the only thing I know about. I haven't heard about anybody else coming back, you know, after being in the grave. You know what I'm saying?
He only raised one person.
That's the only one I know of. So with that being said, you know, take the chance or take the risk. It could be small, small baby steps.
Yeah.
Let the baby steps grow the taller steps.
Yep.
Next thing you know, you're flying.
Yeah.
And, you know, I really encourage people to just continue learning till you die.
Well,
seriously, keep learning.
We say this in leadership training all the time. In order to be the best leader that you can be, you can't ever stop learning.
No,
right?
You can't.
So I don't know who told us that we're going to stop learning at some point in time. We're going to learn every single day. I mean, you learn, what did they say? I was today years old when I learned X. I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like young girls like, well, you going to do your podcast today? I said, yeah. She was like, are you doing TikTok? I said, girl, I'm still trying to figure out how to do a story. I haven't done that.
I know. And you know, you made a very good point. Whether you're leading or not, having that openness to want to go learn something new helps you grow.
Yes.
And guess what? It makes you very interesting. Very interesting.
Much more interesting.
Yes.
And I will say, anytime, if I can tell anybody anything, the best growth is in the most uncomfortable space. So when you're uncomfortable, that's a good thing. So take that opportunity to discover, again, who you are. So with that all said, we've talked about coaching, we talked about branding, we talked about sponsorships, we talked about taking risks. We changed the word to creative connection, no more networking.
No more networking.
We coined that right here on the Kaleidoscope.
We did.
Now if I take all of that, what do I do with it?
Right. So first of all, you know who you are. You know what your limits are. You know what you're willing to do. And then you write it down. You have to write the plan. You would have did it at work anyway. Get your journal. Write it down. Make it real. Tell an accountability partner to hold you accountable. So that way, when you write it down and you're accomplishing things, you can look back and say, okay, I did this, check. I did this, check. You can see progress. If you just leave it up here and you don't write it down, that thing can change. You can be watching something on TV and go, oh, I said I was going to go to Switzerland. I changed my mind.
Right.
Why? It's in the plan.
Right.
Write it down. See, most of us, we already have it inside of us. Now, if you find out what it is, go run with it.
Yep.
To me, that's your praise to God. When you go run with it. If you don't run with it, man, why are you insulting him?
Yes.
He's giving you everything you need.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? He's giving you everything you need.
Exactly.
And you have the resources, and he'll send the people.
Yep.
So take the risk, write it down, make it plain.
Yeah.
Keep modifying it.
Mm-hmm.
If you learn you got to go to school for 4 years and you can't see how you're going to fund it, maybe you can go for 6 months and get a certificate. Start.
Or spread it out. Yeah.
Yeah, start small and just maximize it. Every year someone accomplish something. One of the things I love is that I was looking at my notes before I came here, and I said, man, I have coached over 2,500 people.
Oh, nice.
It's like 25, 38, something like that in my career, right? And I said, you know what, next year, I think I'm going to try to go for 5,000. Why
Stretch
not?
it. Yeah.
Y'all call me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I appreciate you saying that because a lot of thoughts was coming through my head, and that's why my eyes are getting so big.
Yeah.
Is because a lot of times we live in our head because it's safer.
Yes.
Right? Because
That's
if I
true.
verbalize it or if I ask and invite somebody else into my space to hold me accountable for it, then I actually have to perform, right?
That's right.
That's not really what I want to do. I want to stay in my word phase.
Yeah.
Words. I don't
Yeah.
want to stay in action phase.
Right.
So how do we encourage people? Because I hear this more times than not, and I'm sure you hear it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the same opportunities that you have. I don't have the same set of people that you have. I'm like, where did you think it didn't just sit on my doorstep and I've just picked it up one day? So my point is, how do we get people to move?
Right. So I always flip it on them. I say, if you don't do it, then what's the result? Are you happy with it? Because if you don't make the opportunity to take the risk, then nothing's going to happen. We're going to still be in the same situation.
Right.
And I used to tell this to my kids all the time. If they watch it, they're going to be like, oh, yes, you say all the time. I said, if you don't want anything to change, keep doing what you're doing. But don't complain to me.
Right.
Do not complain to me.
Right. You don't get to complain.
I flip it and I say, how bad do you want it? Because maybe you don't want it that bad. And if you want to stay comfortable, then what do you need me as a coach for?
You don't.
No, you don't.
And Lisa Nichols is one of my people that I love to follow for life coaching.
Yeah.
And I heard her story one time, and she said she had made a goal to make, I think, $500,000 in her year, and she ended up making $800,000, and it scared her.
Yeah.
And what she said is, what she learned from that is she wasn't necessarily scared of the failure.
Right.
She was scared of the success.
I could see that.
So how do you combat that?
Well, just like Lisa, she still did it.
She did it.
You see what I'm saying? So it's always the unknown.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to fail. I don't know if I'm going to succeed.
Correct.
It's really that unknown. And then when you get to that place, then you start doubting, I can't believe I got here.
Right.
Or if I fail, I knew I was going to fail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is try and let God surprise you.
Yeah. Oh, that part.
Yeah, let him surprise you.
Yeah.
And then to me, there is no failure. It's
Right.
only lessons. It's only lessons.
Yep.
Now you know, don't do it this way.
Exactly.
Try something else.
Exactly.
Get you a new accountability partner. You know what I'm saying?
There's
Move around, people.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
let the failure or the success hinder you from trying.
Yes.
That is what I would
Yeah.
say.
And I love that you said that because I had done a panel discussion once, and I don't know if it was really a panel or whatever. And I gave, my spiel or whatever. And one of the persons in the audience was like, how do you handle failure? And I got on my soapbox and I said, I'm going to challenge you because I don't use the word failure. I use the word experience. And what did I learn from that experience? I can talk about that, but I don't fail at anything.
No.
And I'm not saying that to be arrogant.
No, I don't think anybody fails at anything.
I feel like if I had an experience, I learned what to do, what not to do. I learned, what my risk tolerance was. There was something I gained from that experience. So why would I call it a failure?
Yeah. That's why I said I don't think anybody fails. Yeah. We get the lesson. Sometimes it's a painful, hard lesson.
Oh, absolutely.
But think about it.
Yeah.
Just look at everything you've done in life. You didn't win every time. And if you did, I don't think you'd be where you are.
No. No,
You
not
know,
at all.
You really wouldn't. Sometimes you got, they say take a L. That's what young people say. I mean, L is lesson. You got to get the lesson.
Exactly. And I think, again, the lesson is don't stop trying.
That's right. Don't stop trying.
And I'm going to go back and compliment something you said because my best friend says this to me all the time, that everything that you need to succeed is already in you.
Yes.
Because you were created that way.
That's right.
Right? Only you can forfeit your talent, your skills, and your abilities.
That's right.
And I'm going to get on this soapbox. Don't allow other people to make you believe that your skills, abilities, talents is not worthy or profitable or valuable.
Right.
They may not need it over here.
No.
I mean, I just watched a video the other day. Actually, it was today. And a man took a table. And it was a scrap table. Somebody was giving it away, throwing it away or whatever. He took the table and he refinished the entire table.
Nice.
And what that told me is, this was somebody else's discard, but this was somebody else's treasure.
He saw a vision.
He had a vision.
That's right.
And my vision may not be your vision. Yeah. And here's the more important thing. Your vision for me may not be even my vision.
Exactly.
But I am determined to be the best person that I can be.
Right.
And that's what we want the audience to hear.
Oh, most definitely.
It's not about what somebody else told you could do or couldn't do. No. It's not about, quote unquote, taking the lesson, right? Yeah. It's about what am I going to take from this and how am I going to grow?
Exactly.
I mean, here's the thing. How many businesses operate in today's world?
Oh, gosh, millions.
Billions and millions, right? Did all of those businesses start because somebody said, I can't do it? Did somebody say, hey, I'm never going to be able to be this person? No. The gentleman, oh, goodness, I can't recall his name right now, but I know what it was. They had talked about he started as like an associate, a sales associate at this particular company. And I don't know all the facts. That's why I'm not reading any names.
Okay.
Started with the organization as an associate, thought about some things and put some things in place, partnered with somebody else, and now has this very profitable business. What would he have done if somebody had said, oh, you're only going to be a sales associate?
Yeah. That's what he would have been.
That's what he would have been.
Yeah.
So his vision or your vision for him wasn't his vision.
No. Not at all. I don't know. Have you heard of Cranky Grannies?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
I love her, by the way, and I hope she knows I love her. Very incredible individual. When she first started her business, she had a shop in the Domain, and it didn't work out. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but it didn't work out, and she needed to regroup. She regrouped, and then opened another location. That has been incredible for her.
Yep.
Now she's about to open another one near Cedar Park. I told her, I said, now I ain't got to drive an hour to go get my cinnamon rolls. Girl, you have made somebody happy. So, but I tell the story because she has the talent of making amazing cinnamon rolls. Amazing. Yep. And has she let that experience at the Domain cut her?
Yep.
And we
would never have her pastries again.
Exactly. That's you nailed it. And so now she's about to expand. And so the thing is, life is going to happen. People are going to talk.
Yep.
The world is going to change. But if you have a gift inside you, nurture that gift. Even if you have to reboot or take a minute and say, let me sit with it for a while. Maybe I need to adjust my strategy. Do it.
Yep.
Because to me, if he's giving you the thought, or he's giving you the idea, he's giving you the motivation.
Introducing you to the people.
Yes. It's got to happen. It's got to happen.
It's got to happen.
Yeah. It's too many dreams in the graveyard that never became a reality.
Yeah. And that's sad.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Because
that's one of the reasons why I love coaching. I want to motivate the heck out of you.
Yes. And that, I think, if I always tell people, and I'm not trying to go nowhere no time soon.
Yeah.
When that day comes.
Yes.
I just want somebody to say, if it wasn't for something she said,
Exactly.
or a seed that she planted,
Correct.
or an example that she provided, or whatever, or just a word of encouragement,
Almost definitely.
whatever, then my purpose is being fulfilled.
Exactly.
Or
I
was
feel the
fulfilled
same.
at that point. Because, again, it's being that change agent, being that advocate and helping people move from scared, fear to celebration.
Exactly.
And even seeing them celebrate themselves when
my
they get
gosh.
over there, it's like,
Yes.
yes, you're celebrating their accomplishment
Yeah.
and the fact of you knew where they were versus where they are.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And that is a celebration in and of itself.
Exactly.
And it's so worth that journey.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. So before we end,
Yes.
this is my magic question that I always ask my guests.
Okay. Ask away.
If you had a magic wand
Yeah.
and you can do anything with that magic wand, what would it be?
Ooh, if I had a magic wand and I could do anything, I think that I would definitely want to remove the fear of taking a risk from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Then everybody would be taking some kind of risk or greater than what they've been taking, because it holds us back from growing. It holds us back from these creative connections. It holds us back from a lot of things. So I think that would be the one thing I'd love to do.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Any other parting words?
Oh my gosh, it's been a pleasure. And I hope your audience loved what we shared. And I look forward to, if there's anyone out there that's interested in just getting some help from feeling stuck, they can reach me on LinkedIn. CJ Sims.
CJ Sims. And I'm going to say, because we've had these heart-to-heart conversations more than once, more than twice. And I would say get that accountability partner, right?
Yes.
Somebody to help you and somebody who means well for you.
Most
Genuinely
definitely.
means
Most
well
definitely.
for you. And so if you haven't taken anything from today's episode of the Kaleidoscope, what did we say? Creative connection. Be curious. Take the risk, right?
That's right.
And call CJ Sims on LinkedIn. So that's our episode for the Kaleidoscope. We thank you so much for joining us again, and we look forward to the next time.